the types of acquisition. The types of acquisition topic of Unit 4 Enterprise Growth Strategies. So let's talk about types of acquisition. There are 4 types of acquisitions. First is friendly acquisition, reverse acquisition, backflip acquisition and hostile acquisition. In this class, we'll not only understand the meaning of different types of acquisition, but we'll also see the various real life examples of acquisitions. Firstly, we have friendly acquisition. As its name is suggesting you, friendly acquisition, in which one company shows the desire to buy the other company and other company comfortably sells itself. There is no, we can say no one forced the other company to get acquired. No such kind of forcing is done. Such type of acquisition is called friendly acquisition. So, in this, both the companies approve the acquisition at one go. They both come into acquisition on friendly terms, and there is no forceful acquisition. There are many acquisitions in our acquisition history where two companies have acquired in a friendly manner. One of the examples is of Facebook and WhatsApp. When Facebook showed its desire to WhatsApp to acquire it, WhatsApp sold itself in a very amicable manner. And another example of friendly acquisition is when pharmaceutical giant Johnson & Johnson acquired Crucial. So that takeover was also very friendly kind of. So where two companies come together, when one company shows desire to buy other company, another company sells itself without any hesitation. Friendly acquisition. Then we have reverse acquisition. See, when we say reverse acquisition, it is generally in case of acquisition, it is said that it's the public company which generally acquires the private company. Generally, it is said that public company acquires the private company. But in case of, as its name is suggesting, reverse acquisition, under reverse acquisition, it's the private company which acquires the public company. In the reverse acquisition, private company acquires or buys the public company. So first of all, let's clear the meaning of public and private company. See, private company is the one who doesn't sell shares to public. But public company is the one who sells shares to general public. That is a public company. When a private company goes for the buys a public company, then the benefit of the private company is that it saves itself from that hassle and bustle, and it saves itself from the difficult process of going public. It saves itself from that difficult process of issuing the shares into public, because once a private company acquires a public company, then that also becomes a public company. So let's understand it now. So private is the reverse acquisition. A private company takes over a public company, and it's a reverse takeover. RTO, it is generally said as RTO, reverse takeover. Here, when a private company acquire the public company, then it easily becomes a it easily comes into the category of publicly traded company. And the benefit to this company, to this private company of acquiring the public company, is that it saves itself from all the trouble of issuing shares into the market, because it has the company which whom it is hiring, that company has already performed all those activities. So what is the example of reverse merger? One of the example is that Godrej Soap was Gujarat Godrej Innovative Chemical was a public company, and Godrej Soap was a private company. Godrej Soap acquired its Gujarat Godrej Innovative Chemicals. So this is and ultimately it became Godrej Soap Limited. So that's how reverse merger. When ICICI Group merged with its own arm ICICI Bank. So ICICI Bank is the small part of ICICI Group. ICICI Group was a public company. ICICI Bank at that time, 2002, a private company, and then it acquired. It became an example of reverse merger. So then another example is Pyramid Enterprise subsidiary, Pyramid Capital and Housing Finance Limited. These all are when Pyramid Capital Housing acquired DHFL. DHFL was a like loss-making company, but public company. When it acquired it, that's a reverse merger. Then there is backflip merger. As its name is suggesting you, backflip. Under backflip merger, let's say a company acquires company B. ठीक है? So here buyer is A. Buyer bought company A. A company acquires B company, and after acquisition, A company takes its name B company. Company keeps the name. A company A changes its name to B company. Such type of acquisition is called backflip acquisition, in which the acquirer, the company which acquires the target is the one to whom it is acquiring. Okay, when acquirer buys the target, then it takes the name of the target only. So this is backflip acquisition. So it's a very rare case of acquisition in which purchasing company becomes a subsidiary of the purchased company. Upon completion of the deal, two companies join forces and retain the name of the company that was bought. In which case it happens? Generally it happens in case when the company to whom it is buying, that company has better goodwill in the market, or that company has better name in the market. Then the buying company prefer to manage the business with the name of this the company to whom it is buying. Then example of backflip acquisition, one of the example is that when AT&T the big takeover of AT&T by SBC. When SBC purchased AT&T, but AT&T has a better name in the market than SBC. That is why AT&T had better brand image in the market. That is why after acquisition, SBC changed its name to AT&T. Fine. So this is backflip acquisition. Another is hostile acquisition. Hostile acquisition is forceful acquisition. Forceful acquisition. Under this acquisition, a company doesn't want to sell itself, but the acquirer, the company who wants to buy, creates such kind of circumstances that the company which was not earlier interested in selling itself gets compelled to sell itself in the market, sell itself to the acquirer. Such type of acquisition is called hostile acquisition. So as its name is suggesting you, here entire process is done by force. Here smaller company is either driven to such kind of the conditions that the bigger company doesn't leave any choice for the small company other than selling itself in the market. Fine. So such type of acquisition is hostile acquisition. And examples of hostile acquisitions are, one of the example of hostile acquisition is when Imami bought Zandu. When Imami wanted to buy, although now Zandu is not even the takeover of Imami itself now, it has already been sold further. But when Imami wanted to buy Zandu, Zandu was not interested in selling itself in the market. But what Imami did, Imami bought 72% of shares of Zandu from the market. And ultimately, Zandu didn't have any kind of option other than selling itself to Imami. This is called hostile acquisition. Other example of hostile acquisition is Dairy Milk and Kraft. Kraft bought Cadbury. Sorry, Kraft bought Cadbury. Cadbury is a big chocolate company of UK. Fine, and Kraft gave the proposal to Cadbury to buy it, but Cadbury was not interested in selling itself. But Kraft created such kind of circumstances that ultimately Cadbury had to sell itself to Kraft. Thank you very much for watching this video. For more videos, for more notes, you can visit our website studyresearch.in.